Hello guys, Sam Mark here. So this is going to be the Extreme Rules 2015 predictions video. The Extreme Rules 2015 is going to take place in Rosemont, Illinois in the All-State Arena. And by the looks of things, the build for this show has been absolutely awful. But because it's in Chicago, we should expect a good show. If not, then we should expect a good show based on crowd reactions, because we all know that Chicago crowd is going to crap all over this pay-per-view if it doesn't even come out halfway decent. So all in all, you're probably going to get an entertaining show, whether it's going to be the in-ring product or the crowd itself. This is why I like those smarky crowds, the crowds in New York, the crowds in Philadelphia, because we all know, regardless of how bad the show is, we're going to be entertained in some aspect. I got the match card right here, so we're going to go match by match, and I'm going to predict who's going to win in each of these. Alright, so the first match is for the Tag Team Championship. This is your pre-show match. Once again, a Tag Team Championship match relegated to the pre-show. It's going to be Tyson Kidd and Cesaro against the New Day. Based on these two teams alone, you know you're going to get a pretty damn good match. I'm digging the whole New Day slow heel turn, but at the current moment, they're still considered baby faces. And with the Chicago crowd, I predict them to be booed out of that building and Tyson Kidd and Cesaro to be mega over. So I predict that Tyson Kidd and Cesaro are going to walk out with the Tag Team Championships, but this is going to mark the New Day heel turn. There's no excuse for Tyson Kidd and Cesaro to lose the Tag Team Championships because they've been doing very well for themselves. When you get the opportunity to have backstage promos or segments, they're pretty entertaining together as the douchey, stereotypical bully heels. And not to mention, both of their in-ring ability is top-notch. So my pick for this is Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. Now we get to the actual card. So the first match I got is Dean Ambrose versus Luke Harper in the Chicago Street Fight. Now, this feud has rarely had any time given to itself for it to develop, but that isn't going to take anything away from this match, because I fully predict that this match is going to steal the show. This is easily going to be the best match on the card, because most people would assume that it's going to be Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus, but they've wrestled so many times that their matches aren't even fresh anymore. I mean, I think it was like 2012 where he wrestled like hundreds of times in a row, and I'm just tired out, even right now, a couple years later, out of that matchup. John Cena versus Rusev isn't really going to be that good because of the stipulation. Randy Orton and Seth Rollins can have a good match, but with that whole RKO ban, that really takes something away. And with the whole Kane storyline, it's just not, I don't think it's going to be as good as their WrestleMania bout. And not to mention, we don't even know if Daniel Bryan and Bad News Barrett are even going to wrestle that night. So, because both guys are incredibly underutilized, I predict that both of them will be mega over, and this match is going to steal the show. But my pick is going to be Dean Ambrose, because Luke Harper has been losing and losing. I mean, Dean Ambrose got his ass kicked by Luke Harper one week, and the next week Luke Harper got squashed by Ryback. What sense does that make? You see, WWE and their problem, they refuse to keep consistency when it comes to their shows. So, Dean Ambrose and Luke Harper. Dean Ambrose, I don't even remember if he ever won a pay-per-view match in his entire career. He desperately needs this. Luke Harper also needs this, but Dean Ambrose is going to be the one that's going to be more protected because of his Shield background. So, my pick for this Chicago Street Fight is Dean Ambrose. Next up, we got what is going to be my favorite match in the entire card. It is going to be Roman Reigns and The Big Show, and it's not for the reasons you think why this is going to be my favorite match. The reason why this is going to be my personal favorite match in the entire card is because of how badly that Chicago crowd is going to annihilate, is going to eat this match whole. They are going to shit all over this match. Roman Reigns and Big Show have no hope in saving this match. Roman Reigns and Big Show has probably have been one of the most overused matches in the past couple of months, and I don't even know why they even decided to continue the feud. Not to mention, this is a last man standing match, so this is easily going to get at least 20 minutes. Their matches haven't even been good before. Anyone that thinks that the Roman Reigns versus Big Show matches have been anything but bad are one of the most delusional people in the world. As much as I don't hate Roman Reigns, I despise his current character. The Samoan Cena is what I like to call him. He's been cutting just nothing but cheesy promos after cheesy promos, and it's really starting to go against them, especially when it comes to these more smarky crowds. The outcome is pretty obvious. Anyone with two functioning eyeballs can easily see that Roman Reigns is going to win this match. I don't know what's it going to accomplish. It's not going to get him even more over, and it's just going to make him be booed out of the building for the second straight pay-per-view in a row. But hey, I'm not going to complain. Chicago's going to leave a message knowing that Roman Reigns' current character sucks and they need to change it. I don't have anything against Roman. It's just that this character, this Cena-like character they're giving him, is not him. You can obviously tell that he doesn't like it because he sounds very uncomfortable on that mic. So hopefully WWE will one day get the message, maybe by WrestleMania 35. So my pick for this match is Roman Reigns. Next up, we got Nikki Bella against Naomi for the WWE Divas Championship. I already talked about how much I want Naomi to win this match in my Raw review, so I'm not going to recap that. But Nikki Bella needs to get that belt off of her. This match is probably only going to get like 6 minutes. I expect this to be an okay match. Nothing great, nothing special. Naomi needs to win this. I want her to win, and I predict she is going to win because Nikki Bella has held that belt for a while, and she really hasn't done anything to impress anybody. I think with this fresh Naomi heel turn, Nikki Bella drops the belt to Naomi, and then when Paige comes back from that movie, she's going to come back to feud with Naomi, and they're going to have a feud that'll probably carry on for the next 3 pay-per-views of the Divas division. That's what I think is going to happen. So my pick for this is Naomi. Next up is Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus in the Kiss Me Arse match. And for anyone who doesn't know what a Kiss Me Arse match is, it's basically a Kiss My Ass match and them just trying to cover it with European terms. So I predict Sheamus is going to win this match. Dolph Ziggler is just going to be there to be fed to Sheamus because Sheamus has the fresh heel turn. He's going to be an opponent for Daniel Bryan in the future, probably when he comes back from his injury. And Dolph Ziggler is there just to make him look strong, like how Dolph Ziggler is used for about everybody in the entire roster. So Sheamus is going to win, I think, in clean fashion. I have no idea how they're going to make Dolph Ziggler kiss Sheamus' ass, knowing that WWE is PG now. I do not expect him to drop his pants and wear a thong like Vince McMahon always did. But, I don't know, maybe he'll kiss his ass, but he keeps his tights on. I'm not looking forward for the ending because I don't have any interest in seeing anything that closely resembles Sheamus' ass. But I know this is going to be a pretty damn good match. So my pick for this is Sheamus. Next up is a match all of us don't even know if it's actually going to happen or not. It is Daniel Bryan against Bad News Barrett. There really is no feud to recap at all because there really has been any feud. Daniel Bryan has been rarely seen on television. Whether or not this match happens hasn't been confirmed or anything. If it does happen, Daniel Bryan is going to retain the title. They cannot put the Intercontinental Championship back on Bad News Barrett because he was a loser championship. And if their goal is to elevate that title, they have to keep it on Daniel Bryan. So my pick for this is Daniel Bryan. Now we got John Cena versus Rusev in a Russian chain match for the WWE United States Championship. Basically, this is like the Texas Bull Rope match that Eddie Guerrero and JBL had all those years ago, where they're basically tied by the arm with a chain and you have to touch all 4 corners of the ring. This is going to be a pretty interesting matchup because I don't know how this match is going to turn out, whether it's going to suck or whether it's going to be good. I predict this should be at least entertaining, especially with that crowd. They're probably going to be cheering Rusev all the way, and John Cena, the American hero, is going to get booed once again for the 2nd straight pay-per-view in a row. There has been no tension with Rusev and Lana, unlike the ending of WrestleMania, where Rusev was clearly shown yelling at Lana, so I guess they dropped that part, which is for the best because they better not break up these two or else Rusev is screwed. I predict, obviously, John Cena is going to win. The reason why they had the whole touch 4 corners of the rope is to protect Rusev. So the good thing is that they're trying to keep Rusev strong, and I want John Cena to keep the United States champion for as long as he possibly can, because John Cena has been one of the best parts of Raw for the past couple of weeks, well, with the exception of last week, because that John Cena Open Challenge, he's been busting out some pretty damn good matches. I don't care what anyone says, John Cena has already proven himself to be a good wrestler. I wouldn't put him in my top 10 favorites, but, he's passable to me. I still think he's getting a little boring, but with this United States champion, it keeps him fresh, keeps him with fresh opponents. He's no longer in there with Randy Orton every couple months, or should I say like every day. He's kept with the mid-card people. It helps elevate that title, and I think they should keep that belt on Cena as long as possible. So my pick for this match is John Cena. And finally, our main event, Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton in the steel cage match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. The RKO is banned from the match, and the gatekeeper is going to be Corporate Kane. Now, Corporate Kane has been teased in the face turn, but I do not predict it is going to be here because if he does do the face turn, then he would have to screw Seth Rollins off the championship, and I do not want him to take the belt away from Seth Rollins. And not to mention, another Randy Orton title reign is the last thing I want to see besides the John Cena title reign and the Roman Reigns title reign. None of them I want to see. I want Seth Rollins to have a very long title reign with this belt, and Randy Orton is going to be here to elevate Seth Rollins. Whether or not they feud the next pay-per-view, or the next pay-per-view is going to be Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins in a triple threat match, which I heard is going to happen, or it is at least one of the plans for the match. With the RKO ban, it kind of does lose a little bit of credibility because we were hoping after that incredible RKO he performed at WrestleMania 31 that he was probably going to try to top himself with this, but obviously that isn't the case. And Randy Orton chose this stipulation, get this, so no one can interfere in the match. So now I'm guessing that J&J Security is going to find their way inside the cage and protect Seth Rollins, because we all know what's going to happen. There's going to be a ton of interference in the match because Seth Rollins is the chicken shit heel and Randy Orton is the veteran babyface. Yeah, we already know. The match I predict should be good because both Seth Rollins and Randy Orton are awesome at what they do. But Seth Rollins is going to walk away with this. Now, what happens after this for Seth Rollins? I think he's going to continue his feud with Randy Orton for just one more match. It'll probably be at Payback. And it's going to be the last match in their feud. There are reports saying that Ryback is going to be the one that Bray Wyatt has been talking about. That's another part that is in the match. Whether or not Bray Wyatt is going to interfere, whether it's Randy Orton that he's talking about, or Roman Reigns or Ryback. Those are the three guys that keep getting thrown in. The reports say Ryback, and the people are saying either Randy Orton or Roman Reigns. I hope he doesn't interfere into this match, because then after that, it'll just be the exact same thing he did last year at Hell in a Cell when it was Seth Rollins against Dean Ambrose. I predict that Seth Rollins is going to escape, guaranteed, with interference, regardless of what Randy Orton says about how he's going to keep the authority out of the match. That's for sure. I predict Seth Rollins is going to win. Hopefully he keeps the belt longer, and I think that the next pay-per-view, it is going to be Randy Orton and Seth Rollins once again in the final match of their feud, because the reports are saying that Kane is going to feud with Roman Reigns, oh joy, and Bray Wyatt is going to feud against Ryback. I don't know what to say about that. I just have to see it to see what my thoughts are about it. Not really excited for both feuds, but I am excited for Seth Rollins' very lengthy title reign that I really hope he gets. Pick for this is Seth Rollins. And those are my Extreme Rules predictions. I do think that this match, regardless of the build and regardless of the crappy Raws we've been getting for the past couple of weeks, is going to be a good one because they are in Chicago. And I bet the WWE is fully aware to know that Chicago is going to be that crowd that if that match or any match sucks, then they're going to shit all over that. So I'm assuming that everyone has a fire under their ass to make sure they please that crowd. And even if the match or the matches or the show itself sucks, I predict that the crowd itself is going to make it entertaining and worth watching. Like the Roman Reigns and Big Show match, because that match doesn't have a story. The story of the Roman Reigns and Big Show match is how badly the fans are going to crap on that match. Sort of like what happened at WrestleMania. Why they decided to book that feud is going to be one of the greatest mysteries going into this pay-per-view itself. So I predict this should be a pretty damn good pay-per-view. If not, then at least the crowd reactions are going to keep us at least entertained for the whole show. So that's it, guys. Those are my Extreme Rules predictions. I do think this is going to be a really good show. Remember to follow me on Twitter at @TheSmark for my live reactions to this pay-per-view and all the pay-per-views following that. I will have a review posted on Monday, the day after the pay-per-view. I could promise you that 100%. I will not be pushing that back any other dates, mostly because of school's almost over and my finals are almost done. Remember to support this channel by just subscribing and liking the video. I would really appreciate that. So until we meet again, guys, stay gold and have a good one.